evening. Tonight, I'd like to try the Laphroaig for you guys. I've had the bottle for a little while. Laphroaig is very good Islay. Very good Islay whiskey. This is 10-year-old. It's batch number 006. It has 58% alcohol by volume. And it's an Islay Scotch. It was bottled in February 14. And Islay means it's smoky. As anybody that's going to be watching this review that's interested in Scotches, this probably knows by now. That's one of the Islay distilleries. There's 8 or 9 of them. And this is my first Laphroaig. Now, I've thoroughly enjoyed it. And I bought it on a whim after watching another review from the Scotch Test Dummies, and watched their review on it, and Bart just loves it, and I went and bought it about 6 months ago or more, and I waited about 3 months to try it because I had a Kalila, and I really like Kalila. I mean, I had a Kalila 15. It was a signatory bottling. It was very good stuff. This is stronger than the Kalila. The Kalila was a cask strength as well, and it was very good. The peat and the smoke weren't as strong as they are in this Laphroaig. So I was kind of a little hesitant because this was my introduction into extremely smoky side. This and Ardbeg. I got an Ardbeg as well. I'll do a review on that coming up. And it's very good. So anyway, back to this. Let's go ahead and we'll have to add water to this. So let's go ahead and get one going. Ooh. A little water. Just a little bit more. This is out of my... I went to a wine fest when I was stationed in Germany 30 years ago. That's a little something I've kept from it all this time. Makes a good whole water, I like it. Let's go ahead, let it open up a little bit. Walking around the glass. You just gotta love the smell of this stuff. I really do. And we'll cover that. We'll get to that after we do this one. Clinker tonight. Don't know why I'm clinking, but I am. The cork on this one has become loose. Luckily I noticed it, so when I cork the bottle and I take it in, I back it off to where it's tight and it seals all the way around. I've never had a cork really do this. I've had them come apart. For instance, the Kalila was an older bottling and the cork tore apart in it as I was taking it out, but I was able to get it out. I've had 2 corks tear loose. And this was the second one. I mean, the Kalila was the second one. So, anyway, this is full strength at 58%. Walk around the glass just like Ralphie does. You get the peat, the smoke, they do dominate, heavily dominated. I mean, it is just, it's overwhelming. And for somebody, you either like it or you don't like it. If you don't like it, it's not something you're going to really get in, develop a palate or a taste for. There may be a few people that will over time, but it's something that you have to break in probably fairly softly. And the Kalila allowed me to do that, I believe. Highland Park was good too. I liked Highland Park 12. It was slightly peaty. We can see it's a brown, not brown, an amber, light amber color. Coats the glass real good. It's real thin coating. These fast, thin little, slow, thin little legs in it. So the coating really lasts really well. Oh God, this is good stuff. Get vanilla, sea salt, a little iodine. It's got an earthy vegetal note to it as well. That's salt, tobacco, a little tobacco hint in the background. Like chewed tobacco, like my uncle used to chew, like Red Man. You'd open that and you'd smell that. You can kind of faintly smell that in this as well. Pepper, you can get a little pepper taste with it. A little vanilla. There's vanilla there, if I didn't already say that. It just smells extremely, extremely good. Let's let this one open up a little more. I don't want to taste that one. I'm going to hit the one with the water before I hit the one without the water. But I think the smell without it is more bold and more vivid. Tend to pick up a little bit more. Again, we get everything slightly muted with the water, with the dilution of the water. It develops a sweetness in the smell. A sweetness comes through, and it's the vanilla in the background. You smell it, but it's more of a, I don't know. It's almost that artificial sweetness, like you smell when you smell antifreeze. It's not, the smell's not reminiscent of antifreeze. But in antifreeze, you can smell that sweetness, and you just know what it is. And you get that with this, with the water. All right, let's taste it. That's a rocket ship. Again, the peat, the smoke. And the smoke's more like, for me, like kerosene lanterns. We used to fish with, my dad liked to catfish with kerosene lanterns because he didn't believe it spooked the fish as bad as the white gas lanterns did. So we carry them. A very, very subtle, sooty smell to them. If I could imagine it, I've never licked one, but it's just what I envision. That's what I envision. It's the kind of sootiness, I mean, that I get off of it. Burnt pie feeling, like pecan pie. If you ever get a slightly burnt pecan pie, that's got that nuttiness and that sweetness to it. You get that off of this as well. That comes through to me as well. I'm getting salt. I'm getting pepper. Getting the seashore. If you could imagine getting the seashore. I don't know how else to describe it. It feels like I'm at the beach, and that flavor that the ocean inherently leaves in the back of your mouth from the mist, and just breathing it when it's under heavy. Ooh, maybe. It's really good. Really, really good. Gets tangy sweetness to it. It's very good tangy. It's a tangy sweetness that develops as it goes. It's a good mouth coating, lasting mouth coating, long lasting. if you like it, you're gonna love it. And that's just all there is to it as far as based on my palate and my experience. And I do like it. I give this a 92 out of 100. Solid 92 out of 100 for me. I mean, I'm about done. Will have to buy me another bottle of it. Hopefully the price hasn't gone back up yet on it too much. I'm going to have to try other finishes, maybe just the straight 10-year-old. I want to try the quarter cask. So maybe put off buying another bottle of this and buy a quarter cask, or maybe just buy both. But Laphroaig's, it's good. It's really good stuff. I really love it. And if we look on my chart, my clock chart, I'll put Laphroaig up here. And this is the top line. This is the we'll purchase again section. And the Laphroaig's at the top. And that's for my Islas. I mean, that's my Bowmore 15, yes, I would purchase again, but it's going to be here toward the bottom of the Islas. It's not nearly, to me, as good as rich as the Laphroaig. It's going to be down here where the Glenlivet is. For the Glenlivet, that's the standard for me for the Speyside malt, so that kind of gives you an idea. But I'm not going to fill this out till I have more. I'm just going to fill it out as I go along, so you guys know what I'm talking about. So anyway, that's it. Everybody have a good evening. And I will talk to you later. Thank you very much.